Hey everybody, so I was working with a client this morning and she was asking about creating mock-ups for her e-commerce brand. And so I want to show you if you're doing any kind of mock-up. That might be for a book, it might be for some kind of product, physical product you have, a t-shirt, could be anything, but I'm going to show you how to create a flat lay mock-up using Nano Banana. Now you could go to Google Gemini, you could go to Google Gemini and you can do it there for free. So to do that, you would type in Google Gemini, Nano Banana. There you go. And try Nano Banana on Gemini. Then you'll click Create Image and type what you want, and then add any reference photo. So for example, we have this as the reference photo, and then I can ask it to do a flat lay. I'm going to show you the difference between this one versus using it in Fal.ai. My preference is using it here in Fal.ai because then I can go to Nano Banana Edit, which I think you get better results in. So I'll show you on both. The first one, we're going to be using the same prompt for both. I started with a prompt myself, so I just came up with one myself. But you can also ask ChatGPT, so I'll show you how to do that too. So here's what I'm going to do is go to New Chat. I'm going to put in what I have, basically say what I want. I want a flat lay. Here's what the brand is about. It should look, here's how I want it to look. I want it to look natural and clean. The viewer should know immediately that it's going to help them get to sleep. And then I asked it to create a flat lay, which means that you're taking the picture from above. It looks like a professional photographer shot it with the help of a professional creative design producer. Then I'm going to just say, help me come up with an even better prompt. Here's the original image, if that helps. Alright, so now I'm going to put in the original image and press enter. Okay, so in a second it's going to give us an upgraded prompt that we can use. And you'll notice it says that we should call it something else. Oh, actually, no, it's called that, so that's why it says that. Okay, earlier when I tried it, it did suggest something else. Here it gave me for Nano Banana, here it gave me for Firefly, so I'm going to go ahead and do the Nano Banana one first. I'll put the text in there and press enter. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one, Nano Banana Edit. Now, Nano Banana Edit, I just find I get better results personally with it. That might not be the case for you. You might like the regular one better, but this is the one that I use. For here, if I'm using it on Fal.ai, I'm going to go to where it says number of images, change it to 4. And then this time I'm going to do aspect ratio. Let's make it 4 by 5. Actually, let's see. I'll do something different this time. I'll do 4 by 3. Alright, and then I'm going to click run. So 4 by 3 would be horizontal. And then here's what we get for this one. Okay, so it basically just took exactly what it gave me. Let me try using the prompt that I originally gave just so you can see the difference. Okay, so this is if it's in a studio, this is what it would look like. But let's go ahead and make it look, I think what happened here was I didn't express how I want it to look. I didn't express I want other stuff around it. So let me just show you what my original prompt looks like, just so you can kind of see a better idea. I had also clicked image down here, so that's why it created the image. Now we're going to add this instead. And you know what? I'm going to leave what it has here, except I'm going to take out minimalist, clean white background, and then I'm going to add in what I had originally. So I like the studio flat lay. I want it to feel like it's a professional photo, and so I'm actually going to take that out because I want it to look like a professional photo, but it doesn't necessarily need to be like minimalist like this is now. So we have diffuse daylight, high-end commercial photography, no hands, no reflections. Okay, I'm going to ask it to natural sunlight coming in. I want it to feel clean and natural, so that's why I'm adding that. And then I'm going to click run, and let's go back to the other one. So here's what the other one looks like now. So this is when I said flat lay of product. This is for a clean beauty brand. We have, I think, some lavender that's burning here. We have lavender, a nice little eye mask there. So it's it's really beautiful. We even have the shadows here. If I didn't know this wasn't real, I probably would have just assumed that it was. And then here's the ones that we got for this. Again, really natural lighting. Same thing here. I love that it has the shadows. Shadows, I mean, this is crazy. Okay. All right, so if you're doing mockups, if you have a book, let's see what that would look like. Let me just pause real quick. All right, so for this one, I did a picture of a book, and this one will be really interesting because it's not a good picture. So here I'm going to put in this, instead of what I have here, I'm going to say flat-lay product photo for a email marketing storytelling book. The brand is reflects creativity, caring, let's see, making money, free lifestyle, etc. I don't really want to think luxury. I'm going to say the background looks creative. Think bright, bold, fun, evokes a feeling of creativity. Let's see, add general natural life, soft shadows, subtle highlights. It should look like the book is there naturally. All right. So I'm going to say include creative related styling components. And I'm not going to give any examples on this just because I can't think of anything right now. The overall tone feels, let's see, creative, fun, engaging. Like a professional product photographer and creative director style and lit the shot. Depth of field is shallow. Okay. Warm and dreamy mood. I'm going to say warm and creative mood. Alright. So now I'm going to add in the image. And like I said, this is not a good image. This is not like, oh wow, this is great. And I just realized I was in ChatGPT and not the other one. So I'm going to go back to Nano Banana. I'm going to click on Playground again. And if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to go back. And then there we go. Back to Playground. Okay, so I'm typing it in, adding the image. I'm going to go to 4, and the aspect ratio, let's do 4:3. Actually, I think I'm going to do 3:4, so portrait this time. We'll do the same thing in Google Gemini. This one we'll do new chat. So I actually thought I was in Gemini when I was doing the last one. I just wasn't paying attention, didn't realize it was ChatGPT. Okay, so we'll do the same thing just so you can, again, see the difference between the two. Alright, so here we go, the two different ones. I wonder if I said something about this because it's here again. I think this is probably the one that I would do, but it also still feels a little hectic. I think all of them feel a little hectic, which part of it is just that's how creatives are, I think. So I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit less hectic. So I'm going to say email marketing storytelling book, the brain reflects creative and storytelling. The background looks creative, or I'm going to say the background evokes a feeling of creativity without cluttering up the space or drawing attention away from the book. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, all right, a few things I want to point out here is that, first of all, this is excellent compared to what we could do even like a year ago. This is really quite incredible. This one I think is a little bit chaotic for me, but I really do quite like this one. It says email marketing journal, it says story stash. Like, this is exactly how it looks, which is just wild to me. Again, just because it's changed so much in not that much time. So here we go. This one again, we had scarves in the other one too, which is interesting, and we have some money, which I like there. Yeah, so overall I like this one. And the other one, another reason I like using Fal.ai for this is that it gives me a few options. I love this. I mean, it makes it harder to see, but it feels really natural, and that's what I like about it. This one I like a lot. I would probably use this one. But yeah, lots of great options here. And then I can go back to requests and see the other ones that I have too. So like I said, this one whoops, not that one. This one is definitely my favorite. Let me go back to the For some reason, it's not pulling up the right one. Anyway, this one here is my favorite, so I would download that and I'd use that as a product photo. All right, hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed this surprise training on mockups, and I'll talk to you soon.